What's up, guys? Today I want to talk to you about different modes for different detectors. We're going to look at 3 different detectors today. All 3 of these models are pretty popular. The Deus II from XP, the Garrett AT Pro, and the Minelab Equinox 800. This is the model that I personally use, so I'm most familiar with it. I have used the Garrett AT Pro in the past. I've never used the Deus II, but I hear great things. So taking a look first at the Equinox 800. So first of all, I should say, what are modes? Modes are programs that come from the factory settings for different types of soil environments and different types of environments that you might be detecting in. Those would be things like parks and beaches and fields, or maybe if you're going, gold nugget detecting, those can be specific programs coming from the factory. If we look at the manual for the Equinox, this is kind of an illustration of the display on the control box of the Equinox. And you'll see under these, the smaller 88 numbers there, you'll see these 4 boxes. Each of those is a different mode, and it has 2 submodes. So you see 1 and 2 under each box. The first one with the tree, that's the park mode. Second one is field. Third one is beach. And fourth one is, I believe, for gold. If we scroll up a little bit here, it goes into a little bit more detail about what these modes are. So the first one being park. And it says, great for high trash recreational areas, including most general detecting, with a subfunction of 1, general coins, and a subfunction of 2, fine jewelry. So I believe the difference between these two is it's going to be sensitivity. I also think that with the park function, there's going to be some discrimination. And what that means is it's going to cancel out certain signals, like maybe some ferrous or iron objects like nails, or some aluminum pull tabs or foil. So it's probably canceling out those, whereas 1 is not as sensitive as number 2. So that's great if you're going into a park or a playground or something like that. The next one is field. This is the one that I primarily use. I'm usually looking for colonial artifacts and relics and coins. So field's usually my go-to. And it's usually number 2. Number 2 is a bit more sensitive than number 1. So it says ideal for detecting in historical fields for the widest range of target sizes. And so number 1 is coins, artifacts. Number 2 is fine coins, artifacts. Again, it's just a sensitivity difference, I believe, between these two. I don't think there's going to be any discrimination on this. I think it's going to be closer to an all-metal mode because you're going to want to be able to detect those small items that might be a foot down. The next one is beach, and as you know, the beach and the water at the beach, the ocean is salty. Salt water is conductive, and it changes the composition, the conductive composition of the soil, the sand, and then sand is silicon, so it's very resistant. It doesn't conduct electricity very well. So this is a very strange condition for the metal detector, but it has a pre-program to deal with it. So the first one being for wet and dry sand, second one being underwater surf. The Minelab Equinox 800 is submersible. I don't know to what depth, but you can put it underwater, usually shallow water. And it says here, optimized for all salty conditions, dry sand, wet sand, surf, underwater. So if you're going to go to do some beach detecting, look for gold rings and jewelry and that kind of thing, this is going to be good for you. The next one is gold. So if you're specifically looking for gold nuggets, so gold deposits, this is going to work for you. Best suited for gold nugget prospecting in mineralized gold field locations. So, thinking about places like Colorado or Arizona or California where there might be some gold nugget places to go look there. Number 1 is normal ground, and number 2 is difficult ground. And I would imagine that difficult ground means there's probably some more minerals or metals that are in the ground, maybe like iron, some ferrous rocks or something. So that's probably what's going on there. Taking a look at the Garrett AT Pro, it also has different search modes. It's a little bit different. It says it has a standard mode. It's a full strength audio response regardless of a target's amplitude. There's a zero mode, which I believe is all metal, designed to detect every type of metal. Use zero mode to find all metal items or when the material of the desired object is unknown. So you've got your all metal mode there. You've got your coins mode, which is similar to Park and the Equinox. Custom modes, both the Equinox and the Garrett AT Pro and the Deus II has custom modes that you can program into it. It looks like it has a proportional audio mode. Proportional audio response means that the loudness of the target's response is proportional to the target's signal strength. So that's helpful. That can give you an idea of the size of the object and the depth of the object. So moving on to the Deus II. Deus II is a little bit different. It doesn't call them modes, it calls them programs here. And it's got a general program, uses low and high frequencies, and gives an excellent assessment of targets in the soil. It suits both beginners and experienced users. So that's kind of the go-to mode there. Sensitive, I think it's pretty obvious what that is. It's a little bit more sensitive, uses low and high frequencies, up to about 40 kilohertz. Highly efficient on all targets. It will be very effective in mineralized and polluted ground when searching for the smallest targets. Sensify, or Sensif FT, sensitive full tones is what that means, is based on the same platform as Program 2, sensitive, but it is configured using full tone audio mode with reactivity 3 instead of 2.5. So full tone audio mode probably means it gives you a larger spectrum of tones to identify what the targets the targets are. So if you've got, currently 3 tones, low, medium, high, low being maybe like an iron, and a medium being aluminum, high being silver, it probably has 5 to 7 tones in the full tone audio mode. Reactivity of 3 instead of 2.5, that probably means that the speed in which the signal from the coil bounces and goes into the soil and bounces back off the object into the coil is probably a bit faster. And that you probably sacrifice a bit of sensitivity when you do that, but I'm not entirely sure. This next program, Fast, looks like the sensitive, but the audio is set to pitch mode with reactivity at 3 instead of 2.5, so similar to the top one there. Park, this is probably very similar to the park mode on the Equinox, is adjusted for searching recreational areas such as park dry sand beaches. Oh, interesting, so they're combining parks and beaches in this one, or sites that are normally polluted. Interesting. And deep HC, deep high conductor, adds together very low and medium frequencies up to 14 kilohertz, designed to better locate conductivity targets. It is ideal for clusters of coins whilst maintaining excellent sensitivity to isolated coins using its 14 kilohertz frequency. And it looks like it has a few more. The Deus Mono gold-filled relic. This is similar to the field one on the Equinox 800. Diving beach. Oh, it has its own separate beach mode and beach sends, so beach sensitivity. Interesting. So this one has quite a range. It has how many programs? 12 programs that come with it. The Garrett AT Pro, it looks like, has probably 4 or 5 basic ones. Let me see if I can look in the thing here. Yeah, mode. You can change the mode here: on, off, power, and mode push button. So let me see. Switch, turn off the detector, restore back to. So yeah, I'm not sure how many. Oh, it shows you right here on the left. So you've got Pro, Custom, Coins, and Zero. So Zero is all metal. Coins is obvious. And then the Pro we talked about earlier. Custom, you can make your own coins. So it's got 4, well, maybe 3 pre-programmed modes, and then you can make your own. And then the Equinox 800 has 8 pre-programmed modes. And of course, you can make your own custom modes as well. So that's it on the modes. It's pretty straightforward. Hopefully that was helpful. In the next episode, we're going to talk about different detector models and the different price ranges of those models. And I've bucketed it into different levels. So depending upon how much you're willing to spend, it'll kind of signal which detector is probably going to be best for you. So stay tuned in the next episode. Talk to you then.